When 32 countries take the stage at the 2022 World Cup, they'll all be trying to make their mark, as will 9 sportswear brands. Ever since kit suppliers were allowed to feature their branding directly on their designs at the 1974 World Cup, the battle to create the most memorable and best-selling kit of the tournament has been well and truly on. The 3 major players in this battle: Adidas, Nike, and Puma. Historically speaking, the companies have outfitted the majority of World Cup squads, and they have done so yet again in 2022. Accounting for 25 of the kit deals of the tournament's 32-team field. Heavy market share for sure, but the 9 individual kit suppliers at this year's tournament is the most the World Cup has ever seen. So what's the strategy for standing out from the crowd? Well, you could try to outfit the most teams. Nike's got that going for them this year. You can sponsor the top contenders to try and ensure the winner is wearing your logo. This is something only Umbro and Lecoq Sportif can boast alongside the big 3. Or you could just go to the drafting table and try to dream up a creative design that's undeniably brilliant. Who has done that for World Cup 2022? Let's take a look, starting with a company that seems to have no problem being the one to take the most daring risks. Whether it be through their diamond cutter tight shirts or kits that feature more words on it than the front page of a newspaper, no one can accuse the German brand Puma of not going for it with their audacious designs. This time around, Puma has come to offend the sensibilities of stuffy kit traditionalists in a new way, by stuffing every design element into the center of all of their away shirts. A bold strategy. Some like Ghana and even Uruguay's work quite well. Others, like Switzerland, not so great. And yes, agreed, very calendar-like. It also doesn't really do any favors to fans who prefer to have their shirts blank. It's a lot of dead space. But perhaps in an effort to placate purists, Puma's home kits, they evoke more of a classic feeling, borrowing popular collars, sleeve trims, and graphic designs that were once status quo. Absolutely love the risk taken, but I do hope these are only ever the norm on a corkboard. Speaking of risks, in recent times, Nike's been criticized for a lack of inventiveness in their shirt designs, something they set out to challenge in 2022. References to the gridiron, references to animals from the Amazon, and references to a certain
je ne sais quoi.
Nike's attempted to have their shirt designs be wholeheartedly emblematic of the players and the fans who will wear them. Switching from furry red numbers to an illuminated blue shoulder pattern that features claw marks within its beam, England's shirts are once again a mixture of flash and nostalgia. The all-red away kit is about as loud gets, but the industrial font inspired by the fonts used by English heavy metal bands of the past, those are a true number of the beast. Switching from lions to jaguars, Brazil's quite literally wild home shirt features the country's unofficial national animal. It also features the Brazilian Portuguese saying "Veste a gata," which means that both Brazil's home and away shirts apparently going to allow you to wear the claw. Meanwhile, Portugal's home shirt will allow you to wear the flag, as the diagonal pattern is meant to mimic the time-honored sporting tradition of wearing your nation's flag upon victory, something Cristiano Ronaldo will desperately be trying to mimic in what may be his final World Cup. Nike, they've stuck for what works for them for the Netherlands, a lion imprint that features a whole lot of orange, while the sportswear brand has chosen to flex its American roots for Team USA, creating a shirt that's meant to be unabashedly American in its approach, mimicking an NFL jersey with its logo placement and design blocking. Harry Kane, definitely going for that shirt swap on match day too. Featuring the colors maroon and white as well as a triangular pattern on the sleeve trims, Qatar's home strip features the elements found on the Qatari flag. The defending world champions away shirt is far and away Nike's most ambitious design of the tournament, incorporating a classic fabric pattern design popularized by the French, known as
Toile de Jouy.
The bespoke design is quite literal in its use of imagery to transform the shirt into a visual representation of a story that's uniquely French, featuring revolutionists, agriculture, the Arc de Triomphe, and of course, footballers. France's home and away shirts are quite different in their approach, and yet there are a few features that bring them together. Of course, the Federation's logo, a second star to commemorate their World Cup victory in 2018, and the saying printed on the inner neckline,
Nos différences nous unissent,
which translates to, our differences unite us. Thanks for making my French sound way better, by the way, Elodie. Now to Canada, the only team in the tournament who will not have a shirt that is specifically designed for the World Cup. It's a letdown, plain and simple, especially because the shirt design they have going right now, it's a team wear design. Here's a collage of 5 other teams wearing the exact same shirt. But I suppose if you were trying to take a glass half full approach, you can say that the legend of the shirt design will now only grow. It is going to be attached to some really important memories. That being said, let's hope that we see something far cooler when Canada has hosting duties in 2026. 2026. As I said to start out this video, part of creating new shirt designs, it's to allow kit suppliers the opportunity to make a statement. And in the case of Denmark, they've chosen to make a statement in protest against the hosting nation. In a press release issued at the same time of Denmark's shirt launch, they said that they chose to, quote, tone down their company's logos and branding on the shirt as a form of, quote, protest against Qatar and its human rights record. FIFA's rules do prohibit political statements on team kit designs, but because Denmark's designs don't feature any form of symbol or written statement on them, they will be allowed to wear the shirts in Qatar. Surely a design that will be discussed for years to come. Now, some of the game's most iconic designs, those have come from the Three Stripe brand. After all, Adidas has had their shirt on the World Cup winning team more times than any other kit supplier. They also have the distinct advantage of designing the tournament ball, meaning they can pair their shirt designs with the ball design so that it feels organic with the entire branding of the tournament. They did it with the Teamgeist, and they've done it again with the Al Rila. The jagged, diamond-like shapes that make up the speed shell texturing on the official match ball have also been woven into each and every one of Adidas on-field shirts, linking each of their shirt designs together with a little bit of the tournament's DNA. There are some strong three-stripe kits this year, with Adidas opting to go with a whole bunch of different approaches across the board. While they went for a don't mess with the classics approach for Spain, Mexico, Germany, and Argentina's home shirts, they went absolute mad lad with Belgium's designs, in the best kind of way. The home shirt features the types of flames once thought to only be present in Flavortown, USA.
Going to Flavor Town.
But no, they also look kind of good on the Belgian Red Devils kit as well. It's a different vibe with Belgium's away shirt, which features the colors and logo of another world-class event that takes place in the summer, Tomorrowland, an annual electronic dance music festival that's held in Belgium. As is often the case, the away shirts is seemingly where Adidas decided to be the most experimental, with Spain's away shirts all over print taking cues from the 1982 World Cup logo, and Mexico's away shirts all over print featuring Mixtec artwork and the Aztec deity, the Feathered Serpent. Octagon allegiances aside, that's got to be one of the coolest shirts in the tournament. Now, the fiery print engulfing Argentina's away shirt, those are the flames from the Sun of May, the national emblem of Argentina, while the inclusion of purple is meant to represent gender equality, as purple is the international color for women's rights. And lastly, a nation that's never one to sit on the sideline when it comes to being fashion forward. Japan's home and away kits featuring origami cranes are already incredible, but when you find out that there's more to it, as in there's a whole nother stripe color when you roll the sleeves up, that's just the kind of details that makes a shirt nerd smile. I actually did not know this until we started filming, and I think it is the coolest thing ever. But anyways, just to round things up, New Balance, they made a training shirt for Costa Rica. The marathon continues for Ecuador as they wear the brand Marathon. Iran's shirts are made by a local brand named Majid, who will be making their World Cup debut. Kappa makes a return to the World Cup with Tunisia, meaning someone from Italy made it. In Cameroon, they switched kit suppliers at the very last moment from Le Coq Sportif to One All Sports. Never heard of that company. Can't say I love their work so far. Also because the Le Coq Sportif ones were kind of sick. So that pretty much covers the majority of shirts that you're going to see at the 2022 World Cup. But one question remains. What's your favorite shirt? Are you one for a story well told in shirt form? Or do you just want something you think looks cool? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed the vid, give it a like. We're going to be making a lot more World Cup content, so maybe you're going to want to see those too. And also, if you're going to be at the World Cup, please come find me. I got Panini stickers to trade. My Canada page, looking real bare.